Welcome back to more Let's Play Dragon Warrior Monsters. Last time, we did a few little preparations before we headed on down to the Gate of Peace, where we fought Fang Slime, who, had a bit of a losing streak at the casino. Now look, I'm not one to gamble, nor do I indulge it, but I get it. It can be fun for some people. Now, today, I do plan on tackling the Gate of Bravery. But first and foremost, we need to look at breeding Judy with something. Because very specifically, I want to get a Dead Knight from her offspring, which I believe, as of right now, we need a zombie for. Now, I don't think we have one. I guess we can quickly look. Oh, right, we have Hork. How could I forget raising Hork? I mean, his name is what he is. Let's see, I think if we do Hork and then Judy. No, that is the wrong combination. That is a Reaper. We do not want the Reaper. I believe it's Judy then Hork? I might have this backwards, or it might even be a special combination. It is. That is a problem. Because I want to get a Dead Knight for her for a very specific breeding recipe later on. Seeing as we can't make her a Dead Knight right now, we're gonna have to do some shenanigans with breeding in order to actually get her there. Now, normally, all it requires is a zombie and a devil. As you saw, that combination produced a Reaper, which I believe is because the devil was specifically a Hork. So really, I shouldn't be leaving. I should be coming right back up and breeding Hork with something, and then bringing that along. Let's see, it really doesn't matter what we breed him with, so long as it produces something other than a Hork. So, Future Pup +1, which if I look at the guide here, I think will be fine. I'm really not too worried about what monster we get, so long as it is not a Hork and a Spooky. Those two specifically create a Reaper, which I just don't want. Now, seeing as I am going to have to do an extra breeding step regardless of what I do, I think it'll be worth actually looking at what we have available. Let's see, Army Ant will make a Dark Crab, which, let me see, Dark Crab doesn't really learn anything I particularly care about, but could be interesting to see, if nothing else. Let's take a look here. Grab Pork again. What is fair? I forget. Oh, the Fairy Rat, which is a beast, notably. Very odd. Another Future Pup. Again, not something I really care about, to be honest. Oop, not Judy. Grab Pork. And then, otherwise, what do we got? Seed? Makes a Mummy +1. They're okay. They're not exactly my favorite. So we'll keep on looking, see if there's anything else we would prefer. Now, we do notably have this Land Owl here who knows Infirmore, Heal, and Surge. That might be our go-to ticket. It makes a Bone Slave. Really? Well, seeing as we didn't actually get one before, I think this will actually work just fine. Now, normally, in order to make a Bone Slave, the easiest recipe is actually 2 Horks. So, I guess this kind of saves us some time on that. Now, the only unfortunate thing about making a Bone Slave this way is that you could have caught them for free in the Gate of Peace. I think it explores 4 through 5? So, in the future, we might use that info. But for now, I figure, why not? It'll be fine. I figure just so long as it's anything other than, you know, like I said, spooky or a hork, that is all I care about. Now, we do need it to be a male in order to be able to breed with Judy. The other underlying problem is that we're going to have to leave Judy behind in order to actually level this new monster up. And that's kind of a problem, because Judy has a lot of our good exploring magic. So, it might be a bit of a tough call, but it might be wise to leave someone like Slab behind, just because he's not all that actually useful right now. Let's take a look at the Bone Slave. Very healthy one, inherited lots of skills. A boy, very good. Thank you. That is all we needed to know. So yeah, as much as it pains me to leave Slab behind, he's just... I love him, don't get me wrong. But in terms of actually exploring, I kinda really need Judy. And that's the problem, is that she's not that phenomenal. And now, granted, this offspring may also not be that great. But hey, you never know. So let's see. I have a weird hunch that I want to call him Rick. I don't know why, but I figure Rick and Judy will make something. So, come along, Rick. Let's take a look at you. Honestly, not terrible. He is spoiled, though, which is a bit of a problem. Okay. So yeah, between everyone here, Slab really is just the most member. So I think we'll let him stay home for now. Trust me, that pains me as much as it does you, because I love our little fella. But he's kinda not that great. Now why I'm taking the slow way to get back up, I couldn't tell you. But hey, you get the idea. Now, the only other thing is I'm gonna have to be careful, because with Slab being at the monster farm here, he is going to start gaining wild. It's not the end of the world, but it will certainly be a detriment after a certain point. So I have to be a little careful with that. Still, I think it'll be just fine. I'm kinda lying to myself by saying that, but hey, it should be fine. So let's see, if Judy, I'm gonna have you on, let's say, Cautious, Aqua on Charge, and Rick on Mixed. That way we can start properly cascading. And fingers crossed, let's see what we're dealing with. I know that in the previous episode we did read into what we'd be facing, but I just, to be honest, I straight up don't remember. So, it's all good. +2, starting with a misstep. Very nice. There are 9 total floors, 8 of which, of course, are random. That's why we love having Judy. She helps with the map magic and holy size. Okay. Yeah. This is why I recommend getting map magic and really using it. So let me tell you, these maps get huge. Oh, Demonites and Eye Clowns. Alright, sure. Nothing we can't handle. Now, otherwise, the only other thing I'm gonna keep on the lookout for is is, oh gosh, what was it? Oh yeah, another slime to breed, and namely a bird, because we want to make a wing slime for the queen's request eventually. Luckily, I don't think her quest can end prematurely, and if it can, I think it's way later in the game. So I'm not too worried about getting that done immediately. But like most things, the sooner the better. Very nice team. 76 EXP, so honestly, pretty good numbers. Speaking of pretty good, Rick increases to level 2, gains 5 HP, 6 MP, 6 attack, 2 defense, 3 agility, 2 intelligence, and learns Infernos, a new spell. He also learns Heal. He gains another level and gains 3 HP, 4 MP, 4 attack, 1 defense, 2 agility, 1 intelligence. Yet another level, level 4, gains 3 HP, 4 MP, 4 attack, 3 defense, 3 agility, 3 intelligence, and learns Bang. He hits level 5, gaining a 3 HP, 3 MP, 3 attack, 1 defense, 1 agility, no intelligence. Not bad. Oh, Infernos. This is a wind elemental attack. It's honestly pretty alright spell. We know what heal does, but Bang. This is part of one of my favorite families of spells. They are explosions. They're real good. I love this spell, especially when it evolves. That is when it gets real good. So having a monster with that is quite the nice boon. That's also kind of why when I saw Bone Slave, I was like, you know, we can do a lot with that, to be completely honest with you. So why not take advantage of what we have and go with it? Wise goodness, there we go. Got our magic going. And wow. Okay. Very one-sided map, huh? Now, every time I see meat, I am hoping that we'll find the highest tier, sirloin. Because I believe from these gates forward, we should be able to find it regularly. And if we can, it's something we absolutely want to start holding on to, because it is amazing. Now, in the event we do get it, there are very few monsters I would genuinely try to use it on, just because it is that rare. One of the big ones, which is really weird that I'm even going to suggest this, is a basic slime from the first gate. You heard me right. Hey, you also heard Aqua gained a level. She's level 11, or 12. 11, my goodness, where'd I get that? Anyway, she gains 5 HP, 3 MP, 3 attack, 5 defense, 5 agility, 3 intelligence, and her Ice Bolt becomes Snowstorm. She also learns Panic All. Alright. It confuses all enemies, which is pretty useful. I feel like, what do I value more? I don't know that I care for Antidote. I think Judy has that. I guess I'll look like a fool if she doesn't. To be fair, though, confusing all enemies, I don't know if I actually care that much. I'm actually going to say no. Yeah, we don't want that. It's a decent skill, but confusion is so limited that, eh. But hey, Rick increases to level 6, gains 5 HP, 5 MP, 6 attacks, 2 defense, 3 agility, 2 intelligence. Very nice, Rick. Now, maybe I'll regret that, but as of right now, I think it's fine. I guess 2. She does have Antidote. Okay, so I can safely get rid of Antidote on Aqua, which is good to know. But I figured before I made any hasty decisions, it would be wise to check. So, I feel that was a warranted opportunity. A lot of bean men. So hey, to be fair, if you didn't get a pillow rat to breed a bean man, now's a great chance to just get one. And look at that damage. I love the ice attacks. When bang. Honestly, really good damage for like a basic spell. It's pretty good. What's also good is Rick gaining another level. He's level 7. Gains 5 HP, 6 MP, 6 attack, 2 defense, 3 agility, 2 intelligence. Very nice, Rick. Ooh, free heal. And of course, if we needed it, a free save. I'll never say no. Thank you, Mr. Priest. Or is it priest? I guess I don't really know. Priest, preacher, cleric? Probably cleric. That's probably the most accurate term. Huh. Yeah, all things considered, phenomenal attack, decent HP, pretty good MP. Everything else kinda lacking, but what you gonna do? It's not the end of the world, I figure. After all, every bit does help. Hello, Mr. Mystical. Anything neat over here? Ooh. Some money. Very nice. Ooh. And another Monster Master. Okay. Now, I think I want to level up Rick just a little more before we fight him, because Rick is really close to another level. I might even go so far as to get Aqua level as well, just because, frankly, I really don't want to get wiped out by that master, if I can help it. So, delaying it a little, I think is fair. Also, hello, Flora Man. How's it going? Now, I don't remember if these guys do anything very specifically intimidating. I think they have some weird trick they can do, but it's nothing I remember very specifically. So, I'm not too worried about them. Otherwise, decent damage coming through. Sleep All is quite helpful. Because even when it is resisted, still having just a chance for it is nice. Which I don't know if these guys do resist it or not, but it wouldn't surprise me, being where we are in the game. Ooh, phenomenal XP. Rick gains another level and is level 8. Gains 4 HP, 5 MP, 5 attack, 0 defense, 2 agility, 1 intelligence. Very nice indeed. Now, seeing as Aqua is so close to a level, may as well finish it off and get her it. I figure that will help a fair amount. Yeah, here's that master, which let me look here. Oh, to be fair, even Judy's close to a level. Okay. Let's get some levels and then fight the Monster Master. I feel that is a wise decision. Because, to be honest, I'd really rather not wipe out in the middle of trying to clear a new Mystic World. I mean, generally that's the idea, but, like, you know, it would help if we, didn't. At least I think so. Maybe you enjoy seeing me fail, and you know what? I do fail a fair amount, all things considered. So, not like you'll go hungry, but, well, you may not be the most well-fed if that's what you're, feeding yourself on. You know, to be fair, I don't think a diet of failure of others is probably very good. Still, who am I to judge? Let's see. Ooh! Giant Worm and Saber Man, okay. Some different enemies we have not seen yet. I guess we'll see if they have any special tricks up their sleeve. And to be fair, they might. But I don't think I'm too worried, to be completely honest. I mean, I figure a literal worm who's slightly larger, probably not that scary. A floating sword, yeah, a little scarier. Not gonna lie. Now, what's not scary is Aqua, increasing to level 13. She gains 8 HP, 5 MP, 4 attack, 5 defense, 8 agility, 4 intelligence. Rick also gains another level and is level 9. He gains 5 HP, 6 MP, 6 attack, 3 defense, 4 agility, 3 intelligence. Very nice. I think Judy is barely at 200. In fact, Rick will probably level up on the same fight. This is good. This is good. Now, look, I don't want to sit here all day leveling up, but EXP is good. And to be fair, it is affecting everyone else at the farm. So, it's not like it's ever a waste. I figure gaining EXP, even with its, when it's with monsters that aren't maybe the ones that are the best gaining it, it's still useful. Because eventually, you'll probably breed away most of the monsters you have in your farm. And if you don't, well, that's the rare exception, right? And yeah, with these guys doing so little damage, and giving so much EXP, to be honest, it's pretty darn worth it. At least, I think so. Now, sure, we're not, blitzing through, fighting metalies, and gaining thousands of EXP. That was a little ridiculous, to be fair. Nor are we gaining medicine after every fight to increase our stats by a set amount. But hey, it's still good EXP. So, I like it. Raw levels are still pretty good. And I'm really surprised I haven't... There we go. Of course, the minute you complain is the minute you'll receive the battle. Wouldn't have it any other way. Cautious Charge Mix. A nice little cascade for us. I mean, man, it's awesome seeing our damage be as high as it is. Again, it seriously feels like just yesterday we were hitting for 5s and 6s. And now, we're doing upwards of 20s, 30s, and 40s. Even some 100s if we crit, which is crazy. It'll be wild once, middle 100s is just the norm of damage. I feel it does take its sweet time getting there, but it feels so good once you earn it. Otherwise, sorry, Mr. Floorman. Your nap is about at an end. Still, thanks for the EXP. How close are we? 37, 53. Yeah, that's absolutely going to be worth it. Because then we should stand a pretty good chance against that Tamer. Monster Master, Tamer, Master Monster Tamer. There's a whole bunch of names I've been calling them. But hey, you get the idea. They have monsters and EXP that we want. So, it makes sense we'll fight them. Keep on cascading the menu. And I guess that maybe we'll see what the worms do. I mean, maybe not. Huh. Just a regular old attack, huh? I mean, I guess. Look, to be fair, if I was a giant worm, I don't know what I'd do. I don't have worm experience. But hey, Judy has enough experience to hit level 18. She gains 4 HP, 5 MP, 8 attack, 4 defense, 8 agility, 3 intelligence. Rick increases to level 10, gaining 4 HP, 5 MP, 5 attack, 2 defense, 5 agility, 3 intelligence. Very nice. Now, otherwise, I figured before the big fight, use some heal more there. Get everyone's HP nice and at max. Because who knows what this guy's gonna have. So hey there. You're like a dizzy person on a cliff. I don't like that. Oh. We've seen all these monsters before. Alright. I guess, it's just Boogie. Figure I ain't got anything better to do. Now, of these, it would be cool to get, like, the Evil Beast or the Wand. Ooh, boom. That's gonna hurt. I believe that is the bigger version of Bang. As you can see, pretty good damage. Speaking of good damage, man, they hurt. Also, there's our Bang, so, you know, it's fine. Yeah, I need to be actually fairly careful. In fact, Aqua, I'm gonna set you on mixed, just because I kinda need you to, cast Stop Spell. Because that Bang did way too much damage. Heal more, we should be sitting pretty. Big trip, oh. Okay, good. I was gonna say, luckily Judy already acted, so not the end of the world. It's not ideal either, but okay. That's what it is. Alright, Evil Wand is gone. Aqua, I had you skip charge and go to mix, so we'll do charge this turn. And then next turn, we'll set her on cautious. Ow. Oh, poor Judy. That's really bad. Oh, that's extremely bad. Uh-oh. Okay, this just became a much more dangerous scenario. Alright. The sleep will help. But, I'm gonna be so honest. I really had hoped Judy would live. Because we're probably gonna have to go back now and heal. Which, fair enough, to be honest. But hey, at least we won the fight. But hey, 794 EXP. Darn good. So good, Aqua gains a level and is level 14. She gains 6 HP, 1 MP, 1 attack, 4 defense, 6 agility, 1 intelligence, and learns charge up, as well as strong defense. Alright. Well, interestingly, I thought I needed charge up in Snowstorm for her to learn Ice Slash, but I guess I was just straight up wrong. Still, I'm gonna get rid of Antidote still, just because she really doesn't need it. And I really don't care about strong defense. So, no harm, no foul. Speaking of, too, Aqua gains another level and is level 15. She gains 9 HP, 2 MP, 2 attack, 6 defense, 9 agility, 2 intelligence. Rick also increases to level 11, getting 3 HP, 3 MP, 3 attack, 3 defense, 4 agility, and 3 intelligence. Old soldiers shouldn't talk, just leave. So you kill my monster and you take off. Now, I believe he would have given us a bunch of items if we had room. But me, being the incredibly intelligent and cunning lad that I am, I forgot to deposit stuff. And give that darn tiny medal to the metal man. Gosh, that one's on me, I'll admit. So first things first, let's go do that. I'm sure there were some of you who were screaming, "Oh, but Brad, please take the metal man." You've forgotten again. You're right. I paid for it. Oops. Here you go, buddy. 5 medals in total. Very nice. And otherwise, too, at this point, I think I'm just gonna sell the Beast Tail. I really don't need it. I've been waiting to try to find another shop floor, but it just keeps not happening. So I'm fed up with it. I really don't care enough. And I mean, we'll still get 300 instead of 400, so consider it an investment that just paid off. Otherwise, I don't think I need to sell anything else. Namely just the Beast Tail, that's the big one. So, at the very least, too, while I'm here, although I do want to give Judy and Rick some more levels, I figure we can check if breeding them will actually produce the monster I want. It should, theoretically, but I figure it's a good idea to check. So if we choose Rick and a Judy, Dead Knight +4, absolutely. Very good. That way, now that I know, we can give them some more levels, ideally by finishing the Gate of Bravery, and then breeding them. I figure that's a pretty good idea. Figure, let's head on down. And I want to knock it out. So, either we'll finish it today and have a nice long episode, or, ideally, we'll find a place to save there, middle of the dungeon, and start next episode with finishing it. I figure either or that happens, it's fine by me. Ooh, nice short floor. Very good. Also, too, I gotta fix their cascading. Charge, you'll be on charge, and Judy, you'd be on that, so I want you on mixed. Good enough. You're already a hot blood, so she's really the one I don't super care about, but still. Prosperity's sake. Otherwise, use, oops, not step guard. Could be useful if there are damaging tiles, but I don't think there will be. See, and that's why I like map magic. Helps you. And see, it even gets you a rib. Though we could have found that regardless. Still nice. Let's see. Herb, I don't really care. Ooh. Beef jerky. Nothing extraordinary, but hey. It's free. May as well take it. Beanman and Demonite. Ooh. Uh-oh. That's 1 whole damage. Alright, at least that's 8. You know, I do like having monsters with darn good defense, because seeing 1 is always so satisfying. But it is kind of funny how often they'll attack for just 1 after a certain point in the game. Though, it makes it even scarier when they're hitting for more than 1. Alright, come on, Beanmen. Let's wrap this up. Goodness, trying to pay attention to how I'm cascading since my order got mixed up is a little rough. You get so used to doing it one way that once it gets changed, oh boy is it tricky. Whoops, did not mean to hit fight, but for prosperity's sake, it's probably for the best. Speaking of, it's for the best that Rick hits level 12. He gains 4 HP, 6 MP, 5 attack, 2 defense, 3 agility, 2 intelligence, and learns Bolt Slash, as well as Sidestep. Alright, pretty good. Hey, exactly what the doctor ordered. To be honest, we're making good time. I think we can keep going. We'll have what? 4 or 5 more floors? I guess it depends on, what you count. 5 more total floors, 4 more random ones. Let's see, we do actually have damaging tiles here, so we'll use Step Guard as well as Map Magic. Let's see. Directly above. Looks good to me. Keep on moving. I'm surprised. I was kind of waiting with bated breath to see if we would get into a fight there. We didn't. Now, while I do still want EXP, I do still want to try to be a little quick, and holy moly. I guess top right? Somewhere in that direction? Yeah, alright, cool. Figure it's worth checking the coin, because it could be a tiny medal. But hey, any money does help. Plus 2, it doesn't take up inventory, so even better. A gang of bean men. Alright, fair enough. I always loved how just kinda over it they look. Like, they're like, yeah, another day in the job, just, the usual 9 to 5, standing around, holding my spear, not really doing much. I always thought it was funny, just their glazed over expression. I mean, hey, if it says anything, they don't seem to mind going to sleep. So, I get it, fellas. I get it. To be fair, I love sleeping at the end of the day. One of my favorite activities, getting a nice rest. Ooh, big critical. 98. Love to see it. I also love to see 91 EXP. It's good stuff. Very good stuff. Mystic Hole, my beloved. Oh, boy. Hubris knows no bounds. This here is a maze. It has no map. Now, these mazes, luckily, are always the same. I believe there are 2 different layouts, maybe 3. If memory serves. Yes. Look at that, man. I can't believe I still remember that. Holy moly, it's been a while. Yeah, those floors can be a pain, because no amount of magic is going to help you. You can encounter monsters on them, so be forewarned. Now, otherwise, I think there's one other special type of room we have yet to encounter, which are conveyor belt rooms. Yeah, you heard me. These rooms have tiles that once you step on them, move you a set path and distance. And the whole puzzle is figuring out which ones lead you to the actual hole. Usually you can see it at the start. The puzzle is figuring out how to get there. I think they're honestly pretty fun. But the problem is, because you are moving the whole time on those conveyors, you get into an obscene amount of battles. It's just constant movement, which means constant chances for fighting. And because they are set paths, you have to go an exact amount of distance at minimum to get anywhere. So if you remember, not that bad. If you don't, oh, buckle up. You are in for one heck of a ride. They're rough. Usually you find those way later on in the game, but I wouldn't be too surprised if you found some now. Also, hello, coin. Very nice. So yeah, this is kind of the point in the game where I feel they start really bumping things up. Not only in terms of difficulty, but variety too, which is nice. It's one of the reasons I fell in love with this game. You really never know what you're gonna get or find. Sometimes it's a boon. Other times, an extremely annoying bane. But hey, that's where building an actually, diverse team really helps. I mean, to be honest, you could run a team of just 3 slimes, but so long as they all have 8 different abilities, you get through things surprisingly well. So it can really pay off. On cascading there. Deal with this big old Flora Man and the worm. I will say, for as cool as Flora Man looks, I've always been disappointed whenever I used one. I just never find them that good. So, maybe that's just a me problem and I never bred like a properly good one. But, who knows? Let's see, holes directly to our west. I guess west on the map. To Terry, it was directly in front of him, so semantics. Alright. Judy, if you'd be a dear. Some map magic. You can barely see the hole peeking out at the top right there. So I figure, let's beeline it. We got a boss to fight. Now, I'm hoping that will be strong enough. Now, for this boss coming up, we might struggle a little, to be honest. I think I do want to change our order back to how it was, though, just so I can do that and then change our plan. So I honestly want Judy starting, I think, a charge, and then going from there, Aqua would be mixed, and Rick would be cautious, and we'll just kind of waterfall it down. So like I said, this upcoming fight can be rough if you're not prepared. Are we close to a level on anyone? Yes, we are. Okay. Let's get that level for Aqua. and then venture deeper. I figure that is wise. We'll also go a little long today, but hey, I figure more episode, no problem. Rick casting his bang spell. And I mean, to be honest, it is pretty good damage. For reference, that's Fire Bane, which is the evolved version of Fireball. And it did slightly less on average than Bang did. Bang is really good. One of my favorites. There we go. Aqua increases to level 16. She gains 8 HP, 4 MP, 3 attack, 4 defense, 8 agility, 3 intelligence, and learns Beat, a spell I absolutely hate. It has a chance to instantly knock out an enemy. They can have resistance to this. I do not like it. Never want it. I'm sure it's fine. Not for me. And here, we have a rather interesting thing. By looking at this, you wouldn't immediately know what the heck you're looking at, so most people go forward and fall down. This is simple trial and error. All you gotta do is that. And, huh? Who's that? None here either. Okay. That was strange. But anyways, now that we've figured out the puzzle, hey there! There are cliffs that you can jump down. Have you tried jumping down the cliff? Yeah. Say hello to Big Eye. This fight can be rough. He's got, I believe, Snowstorm, as well as Healing. Now, luckily, he is weak to statuses, but he hurts. Also, very notably, this is the first boss that no matter what, will not join you. It doesn't matter if you feed him a million sirloins, or, 20 if you had the full inventory. It doesn't matter if you give him, anything. He does not care. So don't bother trying. So as far as I'm concerned, whip out everything you got and put him down quick. Still, he is kind of adorable, isn't he? Like just this big old fluffy creature that's all hunched over. It's cute. Rick starts to dance. What? Now just to try to ensure Rick doesn't die, I will heal him. And then ideally we'll let Judy go for her own heal. Nice Ice Slash, to be honest. Yeah, as you can see, that ice air hurts. Now luckily, Aqua, being a blizzardy, is outright immune to ice attacks, which is awesome. That was one of the big reasons I really wanted her to be one for this fight. Or well, to have her for this fight. It's kind of weird in my mind, considering the fact that, Aqua is the child of several of our monsters. It's a little weird keeping track of that mentally. Like, oh yeah, Aqua isn't, the evolution of someone we've had this whole time. Like, no, she is several generations down worth of offspring that I kind of internally treat as if they were the same monster we had there. So to me, Aqua is still Meg, like internally, just because we kind of spent the most time with them out of anyone thus far. So it's hard to break that mindset, but you get the idea. I don't trust Rick healing himself in time. I'm just gonna be careful. Alright, still got some decent damage. Yeah, there's Ice Air. Which... it's looking dicey, to be honest. Rick, go to Cautious. Realistically, this is a fight where I kinda never want one of our monsters to defend, so doing that is kind of only a detriment. Ooh, and we've put ourselves in kind of a bad spot. So it's cautious, charge, and Rick, I'm going to keep you on cautious and hope that you can heal in time. Or we'll just win. Works for me. 501 EXP, Rick increases to level 13, gaining 4 HP, 5 MP, 5 attack, 3 defense, 5 agility, 3 intelligence. There are cliffs that we can jump off if we're brave. Yeah.
Good job finding the invisible floor. Let's go back.
Thank you, Wadabo. After all, this episode's already run long enough.
Oh, Terry, you beat Big Eye. What? Big Eye refused to be your pal? Oh, well, these things happen. I forgot to tell you, but boss monsters don't need treats. They become your pal when they want to. If they don't want to, they don't. So you don't need to waste treats on them. And you can save your gold.
Oh, okay.
It reminds me, have you been going to the Shrine of Starry Night to breed your monsters like I told you every single time?
Yes, we have, King. Thank you. I know the dementia's getting bad, but you're busy. Good. Go ahead, buddy. It's all good. I appreciate your sentiment. Now, what the king said about how boss monsters are finite. They either do or do not join you. That is not true. There are a handful of boss monsters that can join you, but only if you give them enough treats. That's one of the biggest complaints I have with this translation of the game. And to be fair, I don't know if it's better in Japanese or not. But I know in English, that translation has screwed over many a player. Because man oh man, is that just bad advice. Now again, there's only a handful of bosses that you do need to feed treats. I think it's a total of 5 or 6. It's not a lot. So his advice isn't the worst, but it's also not true. So I wanted to bring that up. And although I know we ran very long this episode, it was all quite worthwhile. Next time we play Dragon Warrior Monsters, we'll see about investigating a new special gate that I've left just for this occasion. I think we'll also lean into seeing what we can breed with Mick, because I don't think we did that yet. It's been a moment. Regardless, we'll have a good time. As always, I'm Brad. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.